What is going on, everybody? It is hockey season, and tonight the New York Rangers take on the Nashville Predators in the first game of the regular season at Madison Square Garden. Before we dive deep into the Rangers and what I expect from them throughout the season, let's go over some scores from last night's games. Austin Matthews and John Tavares team up to take down the Canadiens 3-2 in overtime. Matthews had 2 goals, including the overtime winner, and Tavares tallies his first goal as a Toronto Maple Leaf. On top of that, Freddie Anderson, who I also have in fantasy, put up 34 saves and recorded his first win of the season. Now let's move on to probably the biggest shock of the night. The Washington Capitals defending their Stanley Cup champion banner on home ice. It was raised last night. They came out swinging. They scored 2 goals early in the first period and they didn't look back after that. They killed Boston 7-0 in opening night. Kuznetsov had 2 goals for the Caps. Backstrom had 3 assists, and Alexander Ovechkin picks up where he left off and gets his first goal of the regular season. Braden Holtby with 25 saves, he'll have the first shutout of the regular season in the NHL. Moving on to the Western Conference now, the Vancouver Canucks beat the Calgary Flames 5-2 in Vancouver. Elias Pettersson scored a goal and an assist in his NHL debut, and the shot that he took to score his goal was ridiculous, and the pass was just as good. Kittle is looking like he's going to be a mainstay in Vancouver and is looking like to be a bright star in the NHL. That game was kind of crazy because it was 1-0 Vancouver throughout the whole game until the third period. Calgary scored 2, Vancouver scored 4. It was a crazy third, but Vancouver ended up out on top. Now let's move on to the only game that I was actually able to catch a little bit of. The San Jose Sharks were defeated by the Anaheim Ducks 5-2, even though Anaheim only had 15 shots on goal. Not a really good start for Martin Jones here, as the San Jose Sharks and brand new Erik Karlsson were not able to defeat the Anaheim Ducks. Rickard Rakell and Jacob Silfverberg both had 3 points. Okay, now let's finally get into the New York Rangers. Season starts tonight against Nashville. It's going to be a very good, energetic MSG crowd, I'm sure. A lot of New York Rangers, new head coach, very new system that we're going to be bringing in. What I need for the Rangers is for Kevin Hayes to establish himself as a very good offensive and defensive second-line center, because he needs to prove himself. He's in a contract year. They signed him to a 1-year deal, so if he really wants to stay in New York, he really has to prove himself. Another player I really need to hopefully stand out for are the 2 guys who made their rookie seasons 2 seasons ago, is Pavel Buchnevich and Jimmy Vesey. I think they both can do better, so this season I really think that they both, especially with Buchnevich on that first line, I think him, if it's going to be him, Zibanejad and Kreider, I think with them 2, and Buchnevich now getting older, I think Buchnevich can bury 25-30 goals if he's with the right players on that line with Zibanejad and Kreider, and especially on the power play. Jimmy Vesey, I'm okay if he puts up 20 goals, maybe 30 assists, 35 assists. That wouldn't be bad again. Even 40 assists. I think he's very good, and I really think he needs to try to tap into that 2-way potential that he has. I think he could be a very effective 2-way player throwing around that big body. So that's what I'm expecting from Jimmy Vesey. Alright, and we have the king, Henrik Lundqvist, of course. I'm expecting a very good season from him. I know he's getting older, but I think with the improvement we've had on defense, I don't think he's going to have that bad of a year as he had last year. I know he's getting older. He looked very well early in the preseason games, but it's an 82-game season, so we'll see what happens by game 50 and 60. Other than that, boys, I'm very excited for hockey to be beginning. You obviously seen the Yankees reaction video last night. You will be seeing a Ranger reaction video to opening night against the Nashville Predators tonight. Very excited for that. So thank you for sticking with me, boys, and I'll see you next time.